Right, Celtic fan, strap yourself in because I've got 3 massive stories for you today, and trust me, the last one is an absolute belter you do not want to miss. We're talking new contracts, shock transfer raids, and a potential signing that could light up Parkhead on those Champions League nights. So stick with me right till the end, hit that subscribe button so we can smash our 500 subscriber target and get this Celtic news to every fan around the world. Right, here's one for you. Dane Murray, the big lad, 6'4", and built like he could header the Clyde, clean over to Govan, has just signed himself up with Celtic until June 2028. That's commitment, eh? From a wee lad kicking about the Celtic Junior Academy at 6 years old to pulling on the hoops in the Champions League at just 18. And let's no forget that debut came against FC Midtjylland. Proper baptism of fire, that. Now, most folk would have been broken after the injuries he's had. Cruciate gone twice. 2 years out of the game, mate, some players would have disappeared into the shadows, but no Dane. He's grafted, got himself back sharp, even had a loan spell at Queen's Park before Celtic pulled him back in January. Brendan Rodgers clearly loves the boy, says he's got the attitude, the talent, and the future to be a real mainstay in this squad. And that's what I like. We're talking about a Celtic man through and through. You can see it in his chat, all about being ready when called upon, all about winning trophies. None of that just happy to be here nonsense you hear from some players elsewhere. Looking at you across the Clyde, this is the kind of player you want in the squad. Big, hungry, and with a point to prove. Injuries have only toughened him up. You can tell he's desperate to make paradise his own, and honestly, with that height and presence, I'd love to see him making life miserable for opposition strikers, especially in certain derbies. So here's my question for you, and don't bottle it. Do you think Dane Murray's got what it takes to be the next big homegrown Celtic legend? Or is this just a feel-good contract for now? Hit that subscribe button, lads. Let's jay it loudy till we hit 500 mad Celtic dafts. Here we go again, eh? Another wee gem from the Celtic Academy, about to be lured away before we've even seen him grace the first team. Dara Jikiemi, only 15, captained Scotland under-15s, tearing it up for club and country, and now Nottingham Forest think they can swoop in and nick him. It's becoming a bit of a theme, isn't it? We've already seen Ben Doak disappear down south to Liverpool, and now he's looking at a £20 million move to Bournemouth. Then there's Rocco Varta away to Watford because he didn't see a clear path under Brendan. Now Dara's being dangled the Premier League dream at an age when most lads are still figuring out how to do their own laundry. And I get it. Money talks. The wages, the promises, the big shiny stadiums. Nah, but you and I know the truth. Down there, he's just another youth prospect. Up here, he could have been a star in paradise, playing in front of 60,000 every other week, scoring against that lot and writing his name into our history. Forest might think they're getting a bargain, but for me, this is another warning sign. We've got to start building a proper pathway from the academy to the first team, or we'll keep losing our brightest talents before they've even pulled on the hoops in a competitive game. So here's what I want to know, and I mean it. Should Celtic be throwing everything at keeping Dara Jikiemi? Or if a kid's tempted by the bright lights of England at 15, is it better to just let him go? Hit that subscribe button. Lads, let's jay it loudy till we hit 500. Mad Celtic dafts. Well now, this is getting tasty. Michel-Ange Balikwisha, remember that name because we were a hair's breadth away from seeing him in the hoops last summer before an untimely knock scuppered the whole thing. But here we are, a year later, and the lad's still got his eye on paradise. And who could blame him? Champions League nights, under the lights at Parkhead, that's the sort of stage every top player dreams about. Antwerp's in a bit of financial bother, and you can smell opportunity in the air. We've had scouts watching him like hawks for over a year, and by all accounts, Brendan Rodgers still fancies him. The boy's got pace, skill, and a real directness that could cause absolute chaos in defenses, the kind of winger that gets you off your seat or sends the other lot running for cover. Now, there's a wee bit of cat and mouse going on here. Celtic are looking at a winger, a centre-back, and a striker before the window shuts. Balikwisha's one of the names near the top of the list, and with him being keen, it feels like there's a deal just waiting to be done. The big question is, do we push the button now and get him in to tear it up in the Champions League, or do we risk hanging about and watch some other club, maybe even down south, swoop in while we're still twiddling our thumbs? Hit that subscribe button. Lads, let's jai it. Lately till we hit 500 mad Celtic dafts.